Everybody has heard that classic phrase, when everything is said and done, business is still business. But every now and then, that idea gets pushed to its absolute limit. You probably remember the headlines that exploded back in April, alleging that Pooh Shiesty had robbed and kidnapped Gucci Mane. And you won't believe how quickly those shocking claims spread across the internet and had everyone debating what was really going on.
You dropped this dumb.
Bro, let them know you done. Let them know you dropping me,
I
bro.
drop you.
No, say it,
Pooh
nigga.
Shiesty dropping 1017.
Shout out to real nigga. Ain't never did no police or none of that, bro. Tell them what's going on.
Bro, we just did that. That's done.
What you do?
You dropped. You said you want to be dropped. You dropped.
You signed the paper and everything.
Things escalated even further when Gucci Mane responded with a diss track titled Crushed 'Em, making it crystal clear that Pooh Shiesty was the target. But now the story has taken another unexpected twist, and believe it or not, it looks like Gucci may have ended up with the upper hand. If you revisit Crushed 'Em, Gucci doesn't ease into it at all, immediately throwing shots by labeling Pooh a crash dummy, while reminding listeners that he was still signed to his label despite everything that had unfolded. Looking back, a lot of people didn't fully grasp just how unbelievable and self-destructive those allegations really sounded. Just stop and think about it for a moment. Being accused of kidnapping your own label boss, forcing documents to be signed, and allegedly having the entire incident captured on camera is the kind of story that leaves almost everyone speechless. It's the type of situation that makes you wonder how one decision could risk an entire career in the blink of an eye. What stands out even more is that Pooh Shiesty doesn't seem to give the impression that the experience changed his mindset all that much. If he were released tomorrow, you could almost picture him discussing the entire situation in interviews, like it was another chapter of his legacy, instead of a lesson that should never be repeated. Now jump ahead to just a few hours ago, and Pooh Shiesty caught fans off guard by revealing that his new album is set to drop this Friday. The project is called All Eyes on Shiest, and to build excitement ahead of the release, he also delivered a new single titled Last Man Breathing. The irony is almost impossible to ignore. You're behind bars dealing with serious legal issues connected to your own label boss, while your case is still unresolved. Then, out of nowhere, that same label decides to move forward and release your album anyway. And who continues collecting revenue from every stream and every purchase? That's right, Gucci Mane still benefits from the project's success. The album is being released through 1017 Global Music in partnership with Atlantic Records, proving once again that the music business rarely slows down for personal drama. As if that wasn't enough, Pooh Shiesty also received another huge milestone in the middle of all this. His hit song, FDO, has officially gone platinum, making this entire timeline feel even more unbelievable. You honestly couldn't write a more ironic storyline if you tried. He could have been celebrating those achievements in person, instead of watching them happen from a prison cell. Rather than enjoying the rewards that come with platinum records and the lifestyle that success can bring, he's left watching those opportunities slip further out of reach.
Jill, let's show you how you doing it. Maybach. You see the Maybach? Come here, man. Ferrari, man. You see the everything rose gold like that motherfucking, you see me?
Man. This is all I was waiting on.
It's the life, you hear me? He went from jails to Ferraris, man. Let me tell you something. Shiesty world. Getting money, nigga. Look at the Simon. Everything rose gold, man. This fresh home from, how long you been home, man?
2 months, 3 months?
2 months, man. 60 days, man. Look at this joint. The streets know what this is.
Yeah.
Look at the McLaren.
Favorite car. There you go.
Oh, there you go. That's the McLaren. I love to see some.
The wildest part is that none of this may have happened if he had simply honored the agreement he signed with Gucci Mane from the beginning. Once that contract ran its course, he would have been free to build his career on his own terms, without risking everything he had worked so hard to achieve. That's exactly why this story should serve as a serious lesson for every rapper trying to juggle the music industry and the streets at the same time. Eventually, a choice has to be made, because trying to keep one foot in both worlds almost always comes with a heavy price. You can't fully commit to building a lasting career while chasing street respect at the same time, and history has shown that approach rarely leads to a good outcome. As uncertain as Pooh Shiesty's future may seem today, one thing is clear: this chapter is still unfolding, and you won't believe what could happen next.
Pretty nasty work that there's leaks coming from the U.S. Attorney's Office in Texas on evidence that they feel will benefit their case. Of course, they're not leaking evidence that will not benefit their case. That's the first part of that. Now let's look at the actual video itself. It does not negate my argument, my legal argument that I made at the bond hearing of whether or not this is a kidnapping case. The legal definition for federal kidnapping, this does not meet. The benefit that they're having in this video is allegedly him getting out of a contract, which he never got out of. He never used. Nothing ever happened from it. So it doesn't change my argument that this is not a federal kidnapping charge. This is not a federal case in itself because it can't come in with the Commerce Clause. They didn't prove anything with these cell phones that were allegedly used, that there had some sort of cell phone information, that they communicated something with a cell phone. That was not used. So all these different things take it out of the federal realm of charging a crime. That was my original argument. It's still my argument. Number three of my number 1, 2, and 3. One is that it's a dirty trick by the U.S. Attorney's Office to release evidence. Number 2 is that it still doesn't meet the definition. Number 3 in that realm of what is important in this alleged video is that it does not show Pooh with a weapon. Again, they said that Pooh had this AK-47, this alleged AK-47, and it doesn't show Pooh with an alleged AK-47. It shows someone else with an alleged AK-47. So there's still things in this video that still help the defense. Obviously, the video in itself, if it's proven to be the actual video, it's not something that would be exonerating in a state case and or a federal case, even though I don't think federal has jurisdiction over it. The important things are the things that are missing from that video. It looks like the alleged victims still have their jewelry on in that video. So there's a lot of things going on in that video that people really need to take a very hard look at. And when people say, oh, this guy's cooked, that guy's cooked, they're just not lawyers. They don't know how to look at videos and how to look at the evidence.
Ironically, every new release pushes Pooh Shiesty one step closer to completing the contract he originally signed with Gucci Mane. And if we're being honest, he might actually be fortunate that Gucci has chosen to keep things strictly business instead of taking the situation to a more personal level. The project features 17 songs along with 5 guest appearances. Gucci easily could have inserted himself onto one of those records, or even delivered a verse filled with subtle shots at Pooh, just to remind everyone who still holds the leverage behind the scenes. Considering everything that's been alleged, plenty of people probably expected a move like that. Instead, the reported feature lineup includes Sexy Red, Tay Keith, The Late Big 30, Baby Slime, and K Carbon, keeping the attention focused on the album instead of creating another headline. That's what makes this entire story even more surprising, because Pooh Shiesty seemed perfectly positioned to own the summer. With Lil Durk currently behind bars, the door was wide open for him to step in as one of the biggest faces of street rap. But instead, the story unfolded in a completely different way, and that's a reality that's hard to overlook. From Gucci Mane's point of view, however, the business side of things appears to be working out almost perfectly as the holiday season gets closer. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Will you be streaming All Eyes on Shiest when it officially drops this Friday?